What is up, guys? This is Justin, aka FMDigi, and I am here with part number 2 of my English United States swap. If you remember back in the first part, I swapped Atlanta United in the United States Premier League from my database with Sunderland from the League One in the English Pyramid. We went 10 years into the future to see where they got, and now we're going to check out 15 and 20 years to see kind of how things settled. So stick with me. All right, guys, welcome back. As you can see, the date is July the 1st of 2034. I am currently unemployed, obviously. Let's see where we are. Let's look at Atlanta. I think we looked at Sunderland first the other times. Second in the Sky Bet League Championship. Early seasons, that's why. Second. Brad Friedel's the coach. Interesting. U.S. goalie. Let's see where they've gotten on in competitions. Ooh, third place in the championship. What am I looking for here? Domestic leagues. So where we left off was the 29... we left off 29-30 season. So they were in the Premier League. Got relegated that season by finishing 18th. Only 31 points. Not good. Went to the championship where they spent 3 years, 9th, 5th, and 3rd, and ended up 20th in the Premier League, and now they're obviously back in the championship. I am curious as to what the season preview says for them. Oh, there we are. 5th place. Any guys in the... I don't think they have any in the Dream 11. That's too bad. Interesting. So let's check out and see. First off, if they had any new head coaches. Frank de Boer finally resigned, and Brad Friedel just took over 209 days ago. Not that good of a record. 3-4-17. Yikes. Frank de Boer did resign from role, which he is currently the Polish coach. Okay, well, good for him. Good for him. Well deserved. Okay, let's see how they did with transfers. Back to the 29-30 season. Whoops. Trying not to bang into that. So here they brought in a few transfers. Christian Matai, who is a region. Decent Atlanta United 2, so I wonder what that means. Let's see. They didn't really... they brought in Wingert, another region. Who's now at Everton, so they didn't hold on to him very long. And shed some payroll. Okay, let's see what they did here in 30-31 season. Brought in $23 million worth and sent out $46 million. So again, turning a profit. Loaning someone to Phoenix Rising. Nice. A couple people to Phoenix Rising. Honestly, sorry, this is just for me, so you can spend your time hitting like down below. Curious where Phoenix Rising is right now. They're still in the championship. Okay, that's too bad. Local team, so I'm going to sort of pay attention. Actually sold Josh De Silva. So they got him for $19 million, sold him at a nice $15 million loss, and he played in 70 games and got about a 6.7-ish average. Not the best. Oh, actually, wait a second. Brought him in and then sold him and then brought him back. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Let's see, who else have they played around with? If you see a name you recognize in there, hit the like button so that I know. Dean Henderson, goalie, 37 years old. Sold him. Played a few games for Atlanta United. Let's see. Where am I looking for? This little arrow over here. Again, brought in some money. This is another championship season. Let's see. We got four. No, I mean, just a bunch of little signings. Getting rid of Lee Woods. Is he a regen? So yeah, we don't really know much about him. Wingert, we saw bring in the season before. Oh, here a whole mess of loans coming in. 10 million. What in the Sam Hill is this guy? Dad joke. If you like dad jokes, that was awesome. Give me your best dad joke down below. 18 million for Kana. I don't know him. Let's see him. I'm still learning players. He's been around the world. Holy cow. The Anderlecht now. Oh, he might be a decent wonder kid. So look up Marco Kana in your saves. Might be decent. And let's see, how much did we get out of it? We sold Josh Thomas for $29.5 million. Welsh striker Robbie Hunter, 25-year-old Irish player. Decent. Looks like they're just trying to shed some payroll. 33-34 season. Bringing in some money, trying to get into the Premier. I think that was that was the season they were in the Premier League, so thus trying to bring in some decent players. Mauricio Coelho, another region, and they sold Espina, another region. So, just kind of floating around the championship every once in a while getting promoted, but they seem to be a solid championship club. Not much else. Did they, let's see, landmarks, anything going on? How much? New captains, relegations. Keep winning the Campeones Cup. They're the freaking champs of that. They can't stop losing. Interesting. Okay, let's look at Sunderland. They were in the Premier League when we left off. And they are still in the Premier League. So we left off right here. Championship, they got promoted. Actually finished 4th in the Premier League. Nice job with only 64 points. So that's interesting. They get 3rd or 18th. They get relegated back up right away. I'm actually kind of curious about the 64 points. That seems like a low point total for finishing 4th. I'm going to go look at that 31-30 season. Oh, they finished kind of far back from New York City. Interesting. But yeah, that was not bad. Not a bad season. Too bad they couldn't take the success from that. Let's look at their transfer history. So they're they're bringing in a lot more money than they're spending. Shedding some payroll. 14 million for Balogun. Popov. So we got some regions kind of coming in and out there. Yeah, their biggest signing was Jamie Moore. 3 of their 4 top signings were from Columbus Crew. Then they really not a lot going on here. A lot of loan moves, a lot of free signings. 7 million Samir Mesrich. Reach over here and give me a hug. 31-32 season. Again, I mean, they're doing pretty good, making some decent money for sure. I'm seeing a lot of money going out and not a lot of money coming in. That's what, a $25 million profit that season. I'm very curious. They are making a ton of money, it looks like. And this season, they spent 22 million, just about more. Bringing anyone we know. Gareth Davies, no, I guess he doesn't sound familiar. Nothing too crazy. Did I skip one? Nope. Current season brought one player, Alejandro Berti, 30-year-old. So they're really going for some experience, it looks like, and then once they get that experience, they're letting them go. Landmarks, let's see, 29. So we got vice captain, promotion, vice captain, takeover bid again, or just the first takeover bid. Stuart Donald leaves. So not doing. Oh, they won the FA Cup. Runner up, 33. Winners in 34. Not bad, not bad. Sunderland getting in. Get in. I do want to see how, if they did that, then did they get into the CONCACAF Champions League? Did they make that tournament at all? Here they finished 4th. See them, don't see them. It would have been probably this year. 30, 31. Should have been in it. Did I miss them? I wonder if they can't play. So there should be 4 teams from the United States. Not make it that year. 32. Somehow am I missing them? New York, Colorado. I guess they didn't make it in. Interesting. Okay. Well, that is 15 years into the future. Let me see if anything else. Oh, coaches. Let's look at their head coaches. Caretakers we don't want to see. So I think Bento was the one, and he was sacked. Where's he at now? Derby County. Now we have Eric Ten Hag. Got some experience. Currently at FC Utrecht. I can't say that. Yeah, I mean, this guy's got some history. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's check out the last part, 20 years in, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, it is the 1st of July, 2039. Sorry I look different. I accidentally hit a button to change the lights, and I don't remember exactly how to get them back, so I'm going to look a little more this color, I guess. So let's look at Sunderland first. Big old microphone in my way, I can't see. In the Premier League, good. So where did we leave off? No cup wins since then. So we're still in the Premier League. Nice. 35. So they finished 13th, 12th. So they're a mid-table Premier League side. Been in the Premier League most of the time since. I mean, they only spent 1 season in the Championship and they bounced right back up. So they are a solid Premier League team. Let's look at head coaches. Ten Hag not had much success. Jay Amato came in for a couple of years, was sacked. Chris Wood came in for just a year and a half and was sacked. God, that sucks. I hate seeing guys coming in and getting sacked. I mean, they're a mid-table club. You would think that they know they're a mid-table club. Any other landmarks happen? Let's see. Quite a bit of stuff going on here. Promotion, champions, Premier League, Championship, no takeovers, no nothing like that. Let's look at transfer history. Let's go to 34-35 season. Yeah, so we saw Bertie in the last episode, or the last segment. So again, they're making profits every year in their thing. So this is telling me they have a pretty decent, what am I trying to say? Pretty decent youth academy. Bringing some good players and selling them for, I mean, they're not making gangbuster profits, but they're making profits. Here's another $4 million. I mean, let's look at Jack Spencer. Where did he come out of? He went to the Sunderland Academy. They ended up selling him for 3.9, but then, they sold him for 3.9, and then Watford made the big profit. Well, win some, you lose some, right? Let's see. Oh, not a good year. Must have had a bad crop. 12 million. So who was their big one here? 10 million. Callie Blom. Curious to see. They sold him for 10 million. bought him for $4 million. Okay, so I mean, they're not doing bad making profits. Or no, they got him on a free. Sold him for 10. That's not bad. He had decency. I mean, not crazy awesome, but I mean, they know what they're doing in terms of the transfer. So it's interesting to see. I'd be curious to see how just Sunderland, if I just didn't move them, how they would be doing 20 years into the future, if they would still be having this kind of success, able to churn out profits. Let's see this Toth. They brought him in for 16, or they sold him for 16 million, and they got him on a free just a couple of years before. He had a really good season this last season, so not bad. I mean, they're doing what they need to do. Let's see. They haven't really done much else in any sort of cups. U.S. Cup. I mean, lost in the 5th round, 4th round, 3rd round, 5th round. Oh, so here they lost in the final. Then they won it the next year. Then they lost in the semifinal. Then 5th round, 3rd round. So kind of regressing a little bit there. In the League Cup. The Cup's kind of the equivalent of the Carabao Cup in England now. Semi-final, final, or quarterfinals. They get around. I mean, kind of up and down in there. Okay, let's take a look at Atlanta. United still in the championship. Let's first look at their coaches. I think we left out 30-34. Brad Friedel was the coach, and Josh Wolf came in. Josh Wolf left, and Gerardo Daniel Ruiz came in, was sacked a year later, and now Robin Quaison is in. Josh Wolf, 62 years old. Old timer. So, I mean, he got himself around quite a bit. Kansas City, LA. Not bad. Decent numbers there. Let's look at their current coach, Robin Quaison. So he is currently playing at Mainz 05. So might be a decent coach, kind of lower leagues. Let's look, see any landmarks happening since 2034. They're nailing this Campeones Cup. Another takeover. Lots of takeovers. Let's see, whoops, that's not what I wanted to look at. That's not what I wanted to look at. Finance. So they've had about every 5, 6, 7 years they got a takeover. Interesting. Let's now check out their transfers and see if they've had as good a history as Sunderland has with turning some profits. No, I'm not. I believe it's a little easier to spend money in England than it is in the United States. Well, they turned a $4 million profit, but they had to spend a lot of money to do it. Not that good. Decent little profits over here. Selling this guy. Decent amount. 16. So they brought him in for 10, sold him. So that made a 6. That's about a 60% profit on him. And he was not gangbusters for them, really. Nothing special. 37-38 season. They're made is that Zuzi? I thought it was Graham. Genio. Oh, that's a regen. 25-year-old. I wonder if they brought him in. No, they brought him in 17 million. I mean, one season, $3 million profit. Not that bad. You kind of hope he does better and can do more for them. But I guess it wasn't the case. 38-39. This is the last full season they played. Shed 20+ million in profit. This guy was a majority of it. Where did he come out of? He came out of South America. Went to Porto. Picked him up on a free and done fantastic. Sold him early on in the 38-39 season. And didn't quite have the success at Premier League side, more of a championship side. I bet he'll do a lot better in this current season. Bad though. And then the current season just started. I'm sorry, that was rude. Corbello, let's see what's his. That's right. So they bought him for $22 million. Had him around a while. He did decent for them, and then they took a $6 million hit on him. Let's see what else. Come on. We looked at the head coaches. We looked at that. I forgot to see if they're in the same Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Yes, good care. All right, let's look at Sunderland. See where their facilities are. I don't think they ever moved anywhere. It's still in the Stadium of Light. So yeah, I mean, doing well. Okay, that's 20 years. All right, guys, that was my experiment video, part 2, 20 years into the future, looking at if we swapped Atlanta United and Sunderland in their respective leagues and see kind of how it happens over 20 years. Nothing else, just swapping leagues. Interesting to see Sunderland they pretty much stayed in the Premier League and in the United States Premier League, and Atlanta had a hard time finding much success in there. Pretty much a championship club. So thank you very much. If you liked what you saw, please consider throwing me a like down below. Also subscribe. Look for Chandler FC to be coming back. I'm going to be recording that hopefully right after I hit stop on this one. But I'm excited for lots of things this year. But thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.